Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber, and today I'm back for Treasure Tag Thursday. I am so excited today to be able to play with my mixed media papers that I made such a long time ago, and they've been sitting in the box sadly, and I decided today was the day I was going to use them. This video is inspired from Shinoki Arts here on YouTube, and she does a lot of mixed media projects, and I will link her video down below on this one so that if you want to follow her process steps like I did for my video, hers is done on a playing card. She has a 52 deck challenge, and this was one of the processes that she uses to cover up a playing card, and I just applied it to my treasure tag. I'm using this Tim Holtz paper in the background covering up this mixed media page that is a mixture of light brown, dark brown, and a tiny bit of pink. And I just decided I was going to cover two since I had all the supplies pulled out. I'm going to use a little bit of this white acrylic paint. In her videos, she uses gesso, but I didn't have any gesso downstairs. They're basically the same thing. So use what you have is what she always says. So I was like, I'm using what I have because I don't want to stop and go get the gesso. And this is just to kind of blend in the tissue paper into the background and subdue those really dark, heavy black lines. The fun part comes next, and that we get to go ahead and pull in other mixed media papers and draw on them. Yes, drawing on paint-y papers. That was an experience for me. I tried to use a calligraphy pen or something like that, and it didn't really work on the paint paper, so I ended up having to get a Sharpie-like marker and continue to draw. Now her circles are really fun. She's a really whimsical lady, and she makes them not perfect on purpose. And I decided to just kind of go with her style, and I was finding it to be really freeing and relaxing. And I thought, wow, this is actually pretty fun. And I'm just going to cut my circles out. Just have a play with how many I have, and I realized I certainly don't have enough, and I made so many circles too tiny, so I needed to draw a few more that are a bit bigger. And then once I have all of my circles cut out, I will begin to stick them down with art glitter glue. She, I think, uses, I want to say matte medium or medium gel. But again, I didn't have any of my mixed media supplies downstairs. All of that stuff is upstairs. And I was just in the mood to play with my papers. So I used what I had laying around on my desk. And that's what, that's the fun part of creating. So after this, I will go ahead and attach them in a fun order like she does in her video from top to bottom and kind of just willy-nilly, really, really fun, like a free fall style of color on the background. And that's why we used white and black in the background so that we can put these colorful circles on top and they will actually just pop off. And just having a fun play with layering them up and deciding I want a little bit more green in here. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the green, so I only cut out one or two circles that were green, but I ended up liking the green more than I liked the peach, honestly. So I'm going to attach these down here, but I'm not gluing all the way to the edge because, again, Shinoki Art style, she loves to add messy strings to her projects. And she actually is one of the reasons why I started saving my strings. So I'm going to pull in a few of my little bundles that I have here off to the side. And I'm going to start off with pink at the very top around a pink circle there. And then after that, I'm going to grab some white and put that one around the teal circle right there in the middle, or towards the middle. And then at the very bottom, I actually found some teal string, and I decided to put that in the very bottom. And so I have three different bundles going on, straight up and down. I sewed it 3 times, all zigzaggy and wonky, and just made it really, really fun. I thought that was a pretty cool idea to do that. And I want to add some of this black lace, just because there's this black in the background, and I have this lace and I want to just use it up. So I'm going to go ahead and attach a little bit of it to the top. And I also cut off a little piece later on to glue on the bottom. I just felt it was really top heavy. And one last thing that she did was use her hole punch like I did right there and just put some little bitty dots down and put those in the background just for a little bit more contrast. Now these ones are perfect circles, so they do kind of stand out, and I should have maybe went around the edge with black, but I wasn't going to fuss with the teeny tiny little circle and going around with a black edge. And the finished product, I think, I'm looking at it right now, I can see 3 of those tiny little circles. So they get covered up, but that's okay. Their point is to be in the background and just add interest, so that's what it's there for. Now, I didn't like having this black lace at the top, so I'm actually going to go ahead and attach a few more circles on top, and then I changed my mind again, and I end up not liking those on the top either, but you'll see that here in just a second. I didn't like the way it was working. I didn't like the black. I didn't know what to do, and so I just kept playing and thinking, what can I do to make this look better? I sewed it on there, stitched it 3 times, thinking that would help it, and it didn't help. So I want to find kind of like a sentiment or a focal image, and I decided to use this Dollar Tree sticker that has a foam flower on it, and I don't like that foam part, so I try to cut it off, and I want to have some at the bottom, and then I'm like, oh, I could just use this and cover it up here at the top. And so that's what I end up doing, is attaching that other flower bundle to the top of the tag. And on the bottom, I'm choosing a sentiment. It is green. It matches the green thread and the green paper really well, and it just says hello. It is kind of harder to see, but I think putting the black lace behind it makes it stand out much more than just on top of the pink sticker. The pink sticker is a little glossy, and I just kind of wanted to push it in the background just to have a little pop of color down at the bottom. And there you'll see me go ahead and attach the top flower here in just a moment after I cut the corners off, because I'm going to get ready to take it to the sewing machine and just have a lot of fun adding some more messy strings. And I decide I want to add a little bit of this actual black lace that I have in my stash that's different than the fat black lace, because I need a topper, and I thought it would be a lot more delicate of a lace there, and they do work together. So I was pretty happy with that choice. And once I sewed the sewing machine onto the flowers, I still did not like how it looked. And so I went to my stash and I pulled in this really big, massive white flower that is like a 3D, it's almost like a button, like a flat back button. And I just Fabri-tacked that down on top, and I call this tag done, finished, and ready to go in the treasure box. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.